Yes, this is What's on Jones, talking about why I think pro wrestling sometimes gets boring. This is part 2 to my part 1, pro wrestling sometimes gets boring. Now, part 1, I didn't really explain why I thought pro wrestling sometimes gets boring. I was basically just saying it gets boring sometimes, and that's why I want to do different videos. So, I'm going to talk about in this video why I think pro wrestling sometimes gets boring. Because it definitely does. Now, for example, after WrestleMania, had Brock Lesnar not showed up, would it have gotten boring? I think it would have. So Brock Lesnar saved wrestling for a whole month for us with his big return. That's a guy who everybody wanted to see in wrestling for years come back to pro wrestling since the man had left. People literally wanted to see that. And he came back and he saved wrestling for us and made wrestling interesting for about a month. But unfortunately, after that, he had left. He left pro wrestling for a while because, he doesn't have a full-time contract. He only wrestles here and there. And that's the problem with that. After Brock Lesnar left, you know what they gave us? They gave us John Laurinaitis versus John Cena. Was this feud epic? Hell no. Was this feud good? Hell no. Did they make any money off this feud? Hell no. What they make? A couple of dollars, $5, $10? I mean, come on. We can make more money off that feud. Make more money than that feud off of a minimum wage job. Let's be honest here. That shit wasn't good. After that, they gave us John Cena versus Big Show? I mean, like, are you serious? John Cena versus the Big Show? I mean, listen, we seen that feud 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times. Look, your mama done seen it, I done seen it, your daddy probably done seen it. We don't need to see that again. So, since we seen it that many times, let's be honest here, that is boring. That is, like, it just makes it seem boring. So it's basically a filler storyline until we get to Brock Lesnar coming at SummerSlam. So this is basically what we're waiting on. We're basically waiting on SummerSlam because this Money in the Bank pay-per-view, it doesn't even really look epic. It doesn't even seem eventful, at least to me. Now, this is just me in my opinion. Wrestling is those are the reasons why wrestling just sometimes gets boring, because we just see the same stuff over and over again, and stuff compared to what they did to, like, the last month. Like, for example, Brock Lesnar and The Rock at WrestleMania. The stuff that they done since then, it doesn't seem interesting. So it seems dull. Thus wrestling becomes dull. That's the problem. Now, that's just the WWE side of things. Don't get me wrong. TNA has been doing some pretty good things, pushing their young talent, pushing talent that people want to see, having pretty good matches. So I'm not going to say that it's just completely boring, but pro wrestling just sometimes gets boring. So this is What's on Jones. Those are my thoughts on the subject. And deuces. I'm out. Subscribe.